Hey, what's up everybody? This is a rather quick video because I am about to plant some seeds in our seedling cabinet. I will put a video right here about what that looks like. Now you may be saying, what are you doing? How are you planting seeds indoors right now? It's the middle of November, or kind of the end of November, basically winter time. But around our area, there has been some major flooding recently. As you all know, with flooding comes lots of chain supply issues potentially, or food shortages, all of the things that come with that. And it would be so amazing if we can teach everybody to grow their own food. Imagine if hundreds of people didn't have to run to the grocery store right now to go be buying fresh food, but they could go out to their garden that they started in the spring, summer, or fall and harvest what they had left over, what they had covered. You know, if we can just train ourselves to have this mindset that we care for ourselves. We are not dependent on a chain of food coming from somewhere else that we get to have the luxury to go pick up from the store. And while that's super nice, and I'm glad that it exists, let's not be dependent on it. And imagine if there were way more people who didn't depend on it. And so anyway, I don't really know what the content of this video is other than watch me plant seeds indoors. I just want to show you that you can start seeds indoors. I want to show you our seedling cabinet, and you can think about what you could start in your house to make some kind of growing op. You don't even need a seedling cabinet, honestly. If you have any windows, see what will grow. See what you can muster to put in soil and what works in your house. It's where you've chosen to live, or maybe you haven't chosen to live there for a long time, but that's where you're living right now. And can you take care of yourself? Can you grab some soil, grab a bucket, and put a seed in and grow something? It's a cool experiment, but more than that, it can save your life. So grow your own food. Do it. It's good. So good. Plant some seeds with me. Okay, that's as straight as I'm gonna get you. So before, when I intended to start this seedling project, I had gone outside and filled up some soil in these very lovely seed starting trays, which are from Bootstrap Farmer. We can get into long discussions about what kind of soil would be good. Of course, you want a soil that is nutritious and that will drain water easily. But if you're gonna grow something, seeds are very, what's the word? Strong. They can grow in conditions that we couldn't even dream up. And sure, there are ideal conditions, and if you can get the things together to actually plant in those ideal situations and circumstances, great. Push the limits. See what else you can grow, because I think it's versatile. No, seeds are very strong. What is the word? They want to live. They will find a way. And so if you give them soil and you give them water and you give them light, generally that'll be all right. While I can probably start up some root crops in here, and by root crops I mean carrots, beets, kohlrabies, things like that, that will take a really long time to grow. Is kohlrabi a root crop? I'm not sure. Anyway, what I'm gonna be focusing on primarily is leafy greens. They'll grow quicker, and if I don't have an opportunity to transplant them to outside, I think I can house some leafy greens in here. Worst case scenario, if they outgrow my seedling cabinet, I can grab a pot from outside and yeah, let it just kind of grow to a medium-ish size indoors, or I think. So let's try that. So I'm gonna separate my seeds and just take out the leafy greens and plant a few rows. Also, grab something to label it. I can't find any painter's tape right now, so duct tape it is. But for this application, I just put a piece of duct tape, and I'm going to label as I go. So I've kind of, my idea is that I don't know what my idea is. Let's see. Let's separate the seeds and then decide. So I think what I'll do is grow some mustard, kale, because that is just such a good grower. And once you have established plants, they could last for years. Some rocket, which will grow probably the fastest and is super nutritious. Some spinach. Maybe I'll do some Swiss chard. Actually, of course I will. Because the primary reason for this is lots of lettuce, which people are having a hard time buying right now. And you can grow it inside. It would be really nice to find out if I can grow a radish inside, so maybe I'll put that one right there and consider it. And some fennel. Oh, maybe. This may be a two-part video, depending on how much I get done right now. But let's start with the most important, some lettuce. Now, I see that I have lost a whole bunch of seeds in the bottom of my Ziploc bag here. So what I'm actually gonna do is, before any of this, I'm going to water these because it'll be much easier once this is wet to just pop in the seeds and close it up. So, pardon me. I know there may be some skepticism because I am using a tray that doesn't have any holes, so there won't be any drainage. I'm home every day. I'm really lucky that my job is done from home, and so I can watch these every day and check the soil and make sure that it doesn't dry out. So my plan is not to overwater. This is probably the worst gardening video because there are so many things that would be good if you just follow basic practices to not run into problems like overwatering, and there's a chance that these could pick up some mold in there. But right now I just want to put seeds in the ground and let seedlings start, and I can always transplant them to something else if problems do form. I'm gonna say this a lot, but seeds are strong, seedlings are strong. They want to grow, so let's make them grow, and if there's problems, we'll deal with it. So I don't know which kinds of lettuce seeds these are, but I'm gonna use them up right now. Ooh, I'm gonna use a chopstick to press me some rows here. See if I can show you this. Now these lettuce seeds I'm basically gonna be surface sowing. They don't need to be very deep at all. A good rule of thumb is to look at the seed, see how wide it is. Is it wide or how long? No, how long it is. And you want to be planting them about half as deep as they're long. Now, as I'm sure you know, lettuce seeds are tiny. So you probably just don't even push them into the ground. Just surface sow them, and then I'm gonna slightly throw some soil over top. Now, I should show you actually before I do this. I've made some rows here. Alright, you can't even see, it's dark, but I probably don't even need to do that. If I'm gonna be cutting this lettuce as it grows, most likely I'm not letting it become big. So it doesn't need to be spaced apart like the package would say, because I'm not letting them grow to that size, right? Ooh, there's some other cool things in here that I didn't know. So I can actually just go like this and throw it over this entire bucket, or tray rather. Yeah, I did my rows the wrong way. Losies. Let's just do them again. I used to fuss over small things, and there's the use in that. Oh, there you get some of that. But honestly, when you're having trouble planting seeds because you're fussing, then you may as well just do whatever it takes to get it in the ground, which is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna do whatever I can to just grow. So, strategy change. I am actually just scattering a little, let's say, no, not totally, a few inches of this tray with some lettuce seeds. And then I'll use some of this other soil in the other bucket just to lightly cover what I've just sowed here before I water it in. And I'm gonna draw a rough line on my duct tape here where I stopped sowing and label it, what was that? Lettuce. Lettuce for us all. Douche, douche, douche. All right. I think that'll take a few days to come up. Who knows? Now what I should keep in mind is the stuff that's gonna grow together here should all roughly be the same maturity time, because else, like if I plant something that takes longer to grow right beside it right now, like Swiss chard, I'm gonna have all the lettuces come up and then little tiny Swiss chards beside it, and they may outshadow each other. So what I'm gonna do instead, should I do 1/2 lettuce, 1/2 rocket? And then do in the other bucket kale, spinach, and Swiss chard, because that's all gonna take a little longer. Ooh, I know what I'm doing. I'm dividing them in 3s. So my leafy greens that roughly all mature at the same time, you can't see because these are bags, but right here I'm holding mustard, rocket, and the lettuce bag, which they're all lying here. So what I'm gonna do actually is divide this bucket in 3 and do lettuce and mustard and arugula all in one. Yes. So that's now all lettuce. And then I know the arugula is gonna go the quickest. Oh, you know, I didn't leave any room for Pac Choi in here. Boop, 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 boop. What do I care most about? Lettuce. How much arugula can one really eat? That's what I'll do. I'll do lesser arugula. A little bit of arugula. And mustard. Let's just make this snappy. So I've done, I can't see what I need to plant. Oh, and I'm losing seeds. All right, more lettuce. I gotta make this quick because as y'all can see, we're losing light. So I'll plant this tray and come back tomorrow. So lettuce, lettuce, lettuce for everyone. Sometimes, you know, life is busy and you just need to sort of say, well, here's how I'm gonna reach that goal. I'm just gonna, what do they say? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So this is how I'm gonna plant some seeds right now. 1 seed tray at a time. Pac Choi, I don't know where I put that. So actually I'm gonna be planting 2/3 of a tray today. Mustard, mustard. It grows rather quickly. I mean, in ideal conditions again. So these, so indoors will be. Let's warm up, not warm up, let's water this seedling tray.